welcome back. Day one of Guessing Wex's Lunch. Today is Tuesday. Now, welcome back to the NDA podcast. I'm joined by Kevin and Wex. We got an exciting new slate of things to talk about today. Got a new season. We got some new format explanations for you. We got the drafts to go over and just rate them 1 through 10, maybe. Probably not, but we'll see. And then talk about what's going to happen after this season is over with the new format, as well as look at maybe some marquee matchups this upcoming week and see if we want to maybe give a little preview of that. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's just jump right into it. But first and foremost, thank you guys for joining me, Kevin and Wex.
Hello. It's good to be back.
Good to be back.
A little bit of
a new season.
What?
So it's good to be back here for the new season. Great to hear.
Yeah.
Exciting times are upon us in the NDA and with Scarlet and Violet for sure. We got a new little setup to talk about. The NDA will never be the same, but for the better.
It's Drake.
Yeah, it never was this. But yeah, you guys want to explain what we're doing really quickly?
Yeah, I'll explain it. I'll explain it in like third grade terms because I'm really good at doing that.
Yeah, well, then Wex can fill it in intellectually.
Yeah. Whenever there's a... Yeah, you got that. So basically, what we've done is we expanded the amount of people that we have in our league, and now we have 18 people in the league. But to compensate for that, we've separated into two different what we call academies. It's basically like how in the NFL you have the AFC and the NFC. In NDA, we have Naranja and Uva Academy, a playoff of Scarlet and Violet academies based on the games. So on one side, we have the Naranja Academy. We have Germ, myself, Will, Mal, Quirts. We have Tiger VGC, Kevin, Swamp, and we have Mac on Uva. We have Gummy. We have Griffin. We have... who's Tennessee Torkoals off the top of my head? Is that Jay?
Jay Stars.
Yeah. We have Wex, we have Ryder, we have Glasgow Gengars. I'm forgetting.
It's Phoenix. Jesus Christ.
Phoenix. Bro. Listen.
First day of the season.
First day. Then we have Ballhawk, we have Via Boy, and we have Riolu. So that's Uva, and then before that was Naranja. Basically, how it's going to work through the season is you'll play 8 or 7.
It's eight games in your conference.
Oh, 8 games. 8 games against... Yeah. I got this. We have 8 games against the people in your academy, in your division. And then you'll have 1 interconference game. So by the end of the season, you'll have played everybody in your division and 1 person out of your division. And essentially the way it'll work after the end of the season, or not after the end of the season, but after the end of the regular season, the top 12 from the combined records of both divisions will make it into the playoffs. Top 4 will have... do they have a bye, or how does that work?
Top 4 have a bye. So first and second in each division have a bye, and then the remaining 8 play each other in basically what's the round of 16. In a weird way, it's technically the round of 12, but in a regular competition it will be the round of 16 with the +4 getting buys, obviously. That's just how it's going to work. So the top 2 in each academy get buys into the next round. The lowest remaining seed faces 1, second lowest 2, yada, etc. But yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Once we get to playoffs, you'll all understand.
Yeah, and then you want to make sure, especially if you consider yourself extremely competitive, you want to make sure you're in that top 12. Because next season is going to be a lot different. Next season is going to look a lot different. Because next season we're going to open up NDA 2. NDA 2, basically what that's going to be, is going to be our second league to increase the competitiveness of maybe the people who aren't on the same tier as, like a Kevin, who is applying for tournaments and doing well and trying to win in like actual VGC tournaments. And then you have your more recreational player that maybe isn't as invested but still enjoys playing. So you can have that separation where the recreational player won't just get absolutely crushed by Kevin, who does like 2 weeks of prep beforehand. You know what I mean? So it's just to kind of even it out so that everyone can have a better chance of winning, a better chance of having more fun, etc., while still trying to keep, the community aspect, which is what we value the most. So it's going to be fun in terms of a competition standpoint. So to speak on the people outside of the top 12 for this season, so 13 through 18 will be then placed in the NDA 2 for next season. And we will recruit more players for NDA 2. Hopefully we can get people, the hope is we get people around that sort of entry level or, not as much experience. Maybe they played the game quite a few times, etc. That's
So with the like new games out, there's gonna be so much new people and people who want to get into stuff like VGC. So sort of just, I guess, or like an entry level for new players in the game, want to get into stuff. Even people coming back to the game because of new games. There's a lot of hype around them. So I feel like recruiting new people will be a bit of a breeze, but you never know. I think the most we're going to recruit is 6 new people, and the least is going to be 3. So somewhere between there, and it'll all work out. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
And I think that covers most of that. Did I miss anything? So for this season as well, just to recap, there are 2 divisions, so there's 2 drafts for it. So when you have inter-conference games, there is a chance that there's going to be some overlap on the mons. So that just brings in a more fun aspect to seeing maybe your copy without having to prepare for a ditto, aka Quartz. So I think that's fine. I think it's pretty cool. I enjoy that. And we had our first interconference game the other night, which was very interesting to watch. And it also made me realize, and I'll go off on a little tangent about this later, Terra types,
they're big.
In a non-open team sheet format.
So big.
Holy you never know. The prospect of just someone switching their Terra type to immune themselves from something, and then to get a stab, like, it's just the prospect, like, every
mon is now scary, realistically.
Yeah,
every mon can can just hit you extremely hard. Every mon can make themselves invulnerable to any attack you can plan. It's impossible to press. But now it might come with like experience, like at the start of start of Sword and Shield. Like you're like, oh, I have no clue who's going to like Inamax, stuff like that. But then it became a bit more easy to predict and a bit more easy. So maybe as it goes along, it'll be a bit easier. We'll realize, okay, these are the best Terra types. It already is coming out. Like Steel for Automons is their best option. As you saw with Toxicroak in that first game with Guppy Germ, Dark is probably the most likely. But then we also had Ice on Lycanroc. So,
but you could see anything. You could see literally anything.
So,
and that's what's like frustrating from a prep perspective, because I don't know about anybody else, but whenever I have a match, I usually prep for at least like an hour plus, trying to make sure my team's right. Maybe I go through some mocks and I run through different moves or items that I might want to use to cover all my bases against the team I'm up against. But at the end of the day, you can't necessarily prep for what the other person's Terra type's going to be. You can't necessarily prepare for that, right? So it just makes it increasingly more difficult to try and prep. It just kind of throws it out the window at some points. And that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of putting in hours to prep only to get screwed over by Terra types time and time again. Yeah. That's my big fear.
To just get screwed by like Terra Psychic Sunflora with Terra Blast. It's like specs. It's like, what? I don't like, how am I supposed to even predict that?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You can't predict stuff like that. But hey, in the past we've seen like certain strategies that are off the walls, come out of nowhere, and do really well. Like the Swagger, on tempo, Avalug in years past that. I'm sure.
Hey, Wex.
I'm sure.
You had to bring that one up, right?
Yeah, I know, but like,
Yeah, that one. That was the first one that came to mind, right?
Actually, it was the first one that came to mind. Like unorthodox stuff that like
Like a nut.
it's difficult to prep for. But now, if you Swagger or whatever else, if that Avalok turns into like, let's just say a bug type, and you have a Meowscarada who's Stark, all of a sudden like 4 times a week to that.
Are you giving away your strats for your upcoming week?
No, actually, no.
Because I'm pretty sure you have an Avalon facing a Meowscarada.
I'm not. That's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm not. Not a spoiler. I'm not doing that. that would actually be a good strategy, but I don't think Bug Terra type.
I don't think Bug Terra type is a good strategy.
No, I don't think so. Like, but you never know. But no, stuff like that. That's gonna be a bit difficult to predict. Their types are gonna be massive this gen. It's the main gimmick for a reason, I guess. So, look, we're gonna roll.
That's why competitive is leaning towards, or they've released that it's open team sheet, but open team sheet kind of
defeats
takes
the purpose of
draft league. Yeah.
I mean, you could do it in, like, maybe we'll experiment with it, but I doubt we will. But we could do, say, you have to reveal your Terra type before the game for all your mons, but it's just a whole lot of, like, more stuff. You could do it so you can only draft mons and you have to specify what Terra type they are, but again...
No, that's ass.
Like, you wouldn't come up... Like, everyone in that scenario is just going to either pick Steel, Fire, or their own type. There's no, like... There could be, like... The thing I do like about draft is how quirky it can be and how you can have random stuff in. And in competitive, we're not going to see Terra Bug. We might see it in this league for some reason.
No, if Germ's listening to this podcast, he's definitely thinking about it at this point.
Yeah, true.
Oh, he's gonna run Terra Bug Spidops and fucking take first impression.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna rage quit the league. If I get one shot by a Spidops this season, I'm never playing a competitive Pokemon again. Just so everyone knows. It's not happening.
But yeah, and we have plans for NDA 2 as well afterwards. But overall, I think Justin covered everything in regards to the new format. And yeah, what did we say? 2 drafts. 2 drafts was fun. The draft went by in about 2 days, wasn't it?
As expected. It was like
it's a 9.
A lingering third day. Like, it didn't even count.
Yeah, I mean, even though Kev did try and sabotage the UVA draft by waiting 7 hours and then skipping me, despite me giving him my picks. But I mean,
you put them in the wrong spot already. That's all I'm
gonna say. I put him in a different chat that you're also in. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear.
Was it a different place where you're also like?
I was in VC with Gummy. Gummy was like, "Do you have Lex's picks?" And I looked to our DMs where I had all your picks before, and I was like, "Oh no, they didn't send me any new ones."
Nope, I got nothing.
I got
like instead of sending them to you on Snapchat, I send them to you on Facebook fucking Messenger. Like, big difference, but like, God. But no.
Hey, Justin didn't see them either. He got the same message. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I have the receipts; they were there. But no, the drafts went pretty well. I have finally decided that I like my draft after a while. But yeah, what way we're gonna do this? Do you want to just go through them all and grade them 1 to 10? I mean, it's gonna be difficult to grade.
We don't have to grade them. We can just say what we like, what we maybe are confused about, or I don't know.
Look, we can just go through like all the drafts real quick. So, speaking of it, first of all, Justin, the first one.
Oh yeah, Justin's first now.
I wonder who put the teams on the dock.
I did. No, I did. I went through in order of who submitted their teams. So if you were late submitting your team, Kevin, you're not going to be up near first. That is just how it went.
I was not.
Fair, the last person, Kev was first for the last 2 years, and Kev was also the person who put it on the last 2 years. So I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about, but Justin can talk us through his team now that he's first.
Kev, this probably means
Going through the
you won't have the first match every week. Like,
well, Naranja will be first.
true.
It
won't be like every week.
Looks
where
to be. It looks to actually be random, and I don't see myself once, so that's kind of cool. First of all, I'm first 2 weeks, week 7 and 9. So,
just
it's a refreshing change.
Talk about your team.
So my team, honestly, I do like it. I think there's some improvements that can be made. I don't know if I want to make transactions just yet, but I'll talk about it. I have Murkrow, Hydreigon, Staraptor, Caparaja, Spiritomb, Pincurchin, Clawitzer, Brambleghast, Flareon, Haunter, and Glalie. I think this is a decent team. I mean, I hope so. I hope
let's
so.
just say I like the team.
Well, I know you.
I wonder why.
we have 3 in the same ones. Like,
God, dude.
We picked up the same spot, to be fair. Like, and yeah, we picked the same first pick. Blitzer, the same.
They share a brain, ladies and gentlemen.
Blitzer in a similar spot. Brambleghast fell for you.
Yeah, I was happy about it. I was happy about the Brambleghast.
We swore Swamp was taking it too, because he had a reliable Tailwind setter at the time, and then he didn't have a grass or a ghost type. And we were like, oh, here comes Justin, the Snipe of Dreams.
Yeah, I saw it, and I was like, well, if Justin's not going to take it next, then Swamp has it. Like, it worked out for both of us. You waited and took it. I took it first, and Gummy was going to pick it next. So,
would it be Justin and Wex if they didn't have arguably the best button clicker in the league? No, it wouldn't. It would not be. Like we said, we started this podcast where a lot of things have changed. Nothing's really changed at the end of the day.
I mean,
it's the same old. They're gonna click buttons with Murkrow all season. Everyone's gonna want to punch their eyes back into the back of their head, and we're gonna move on.
That's what we do, baby.
Although I think Hydreigon is a really good pick. He kind of fell low key.
I wanted him at 5, but Jay picked him at 2 in our league, and he fell to second round in your league.
Yeah, Justin got him all on the way back.
So pissed.
He's such a he's versatile in his Terra types, as Justin has learned through prepping for week 1. We talked about like 8 different types he could have been.
Yeah.
That could have been beneficial.
You can also go like Dark Dragon, you can go Fire, you can go Steel, you can go Poison. Like, so much.
Yeah.
So much.
And it just hits like a truck. 98 speed's kind of awkward in some situations, but I think for the most part, with Murkrow especially, you can just ignore
98 speed with Tailwind is really good. Tailwind just nullifies a lot of speed worries. So,
got the Trick Room mode as well. Spiritomb gains Trick Room this gen. Got the Caparaja, Pincurchin, Clawitzer to, take real benefit of that. I like having 2 modes. I feel like I've done that in my past few drafts with in Sword and Shield for sure. Went like a fast mode and a Trick Room mode just to keep your opponent on their toes. But yeah, I think overall it's pretty solid, especially for someone that didn't really know much coming into the draft.
Yeah,
I still don't know much, if I'm being honest. I'm just kind of existing at this point, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think I have a solid squad that can do multiple things, and that's all you need. So, we take it.
Yeah, very true. Very true. All right. Do you want to rate it? Or do you want to just move on?
We can move on.
All right. We can go on to Germ. Germ's got a very interesting team. He, of course, took a fairy in round 1. Like I said, nothing's ever changed in this league.
Shock.
He has Sylveon, Meowscarada, Magnezone, Noivern. He has the yellow and gray Squawkabilly, that has
Sheer Force.
That one, they have Sheer Force. The green and blue one have Guts. He's got the Mabostiff, Palisand, Passimian, Alomomola, Shroodle, and fucking Spidops.
10
But
out 10 out of 10.
This is gonna be the new Ninjask, dude. It's like the Pokemon that I'm gonna shit on constantly, and Germ's
This-
gonna fucking bring it.
Are you talking about the Spidops squad?
Fuck off. I'm
Spidops
not
squad?
having this.
Instead of Annihilates, it should be the Spite Up Squad.
Spidops squad.
Spite Up
gotta-
Squadron.
There's gotta be a city in Hawaii that begins with S.
Showanuahu. It's close enough. Like, I can't pronounce half of their stuff.
But yeah, boys, thoughts?
I really like Shroodle. Really like Shroodle. Doodle.
It's definitely one of the teams.
Maybe one.
It is.
I
it is
really
one of-
I can't say much. I mean, it has good speed.
It's-
It has a fast option, but the slow options are kind of lacking. And without a solid Trick Room setter, I mean, Sylveon, does Sylveon get Trick Room?
No, Palisand, I guess. Palisand gets Trick Room, maybe.
But it's like, who else do you Spite Ops and Trick Room? Like, the Trick Room options really aren't as prevalent as you'll see with other teams. And Wyvern's a
terrible.
Tailwind setter, but
if you don't
it's
have
a-
a Trick Room option, you need to be able to just stop it from going up.
you
Which-
need to either have like taunts, fake outs, or something to nuke whatever wants to do Trick Room. And I don't really think he has a lot of that. I think he's really just banking on Sylveon Hyper Voice.
Palisand does not get Trick Room, by the way.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see how Germ wants to use it. I mean, he still has a point. He has more points than all of us combined. So, maybe we shouldn't be saying too many, not so nice things about it. But
I was really surprised to see Meowscarada go so late. I think that thing is tearing up the game at the current moment, and I'm interested to see how Germ uses it across the season, because that thing hits like a truck. Its signature move, critting every time, it's so busted. Especially with Terras and Protean and whatnot. Or you run Sash, you knock it into Overgrow, and then it clicks the flower trick that crits every time. And Meowscarada gets a lot of cool technique. Oh, Meowscarada gets Trick Room, actually. Fun fact.
Does actually.
I forgot about that for a second.
123 speed, base speed mon getting
Stop
Trick
it,
Room.
though. You can stop Trick Room. That's all that matters.
Does he also get Imprison?
I don't know. He's got Taunt and stuff. He's got Prankster Taunt on Shroodle. He's got Tings. He's got Tings. Magnezone's an interesting. I think it's a good A tier. Good offenses, good typing. Benefits from Terra. Noivern, you can get rid of its 4 times weakness this gen, which is really nice. Fast Talon setter, hits hard. So, I like Germ's team. We'll see what he does. Like you said, it probably could use like a solid, more Trick Room, stop it, like just a better way to play in or stop Trick Room. But overall, I think if it's a match against a team that isn't running Trick Room, Germ's got a good shot to win every week, I think, with this team.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of a Trick Room team, we have Sir William. I mean, it's not a full Trick Room team. He's got options, but...
I mean, his Trick Room's way better than his Fast. That's for damn sure.
His Fast completely relies on Houndstone and Lichen Rock being in the sand.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got Farigiraf, of course. Will took that first overall. He is an avid... Well, not first overall. His first overall pick. He is an avid lover of the giraffe. He took the bane of my existence, Garganacl, Hippowdon, Houndstone, Morgrim, Lycanroc. He's got the worm. He's got Earthworm, Rabsca, Toadschool, Luminion, Ampharos. Overall, I'd have to say this is a top team.
Yeah.
Will always drafts well.
The Trick Room team with Garganacl in there, I'm scared. Let me just say, I'm happy I am not part of this academy for this team.
Yeah, this is all the Ranha Academy. We'll get to Uva and those losers next.
1-0. All I'm saying, 1-0.
Spoilers. So Farigiraf is kind of busted. You know, it hits hard for being a good Trick Room setter. It stops priority. And then you run Mental Herb and you kind of just get free Trick Room. It's kind of great. Said no one ever. Garganacl, as me and Justin learned, can be hindered. It just can't be burned or put to sleep or anything. So it's not completely busted in draft. You can,
but it's pretty busted.
Yeah, it's pretty busted. I mean, 100 HP, 130 defense with Iron Defense Body Press. No one wants to verse that. It doesn't even have bad SPDF either. It's 90. Like, this thing is a tank, and it just sits there and like collects residual damage and is annoying. It's wide guard. It's just a terrible Pokemon. Let's be honest. Like, if you run this, you're the scum of the earth. I love you very dearly. And then he's got the Sand mode. So we set Sand for Garganacl too. Give it another defense boost. I play Will this week, and I might jump off a bridge. I've considered it. Houndstone has 100 base defense and gets Fluffy. That's fun. It gets a signature move that in singles can go to I think 400 base power. But
yeah.
Luckily we play doubles.
I mean, it still can be powerful. That's the thing.
Oh yeah. If it's the last thing if it's like a 1v1, that thing's like based at least 200 power. Shit's stupid. It gets Willow. Ghost typing's good, and it also gets Sand Rush. So in this team, that works pretty well. I don't know why they gave this thing Sand Rush. Like, you find this thing in the snow of the map, like in Paldea, like when you're playing through the games. Like,
spoiler alert: some of us haven't finished the game 7 times. Okay.
I finished it once, and that was like a month ago.
I was more so referencing. I think it was Tiger VGC.
Yeah, he did say that. Which, again, I don't know how much I believe, but if you finish the game 7 times by now, that's
He also stood me up.
Yeah, he did do that.
I'm sad about that.
He's got screens on Morgrem and whatever else Morgrem does. Gets Parting Shot now. Fake Out. Lycan Rock. Sand Rush, basically, is what that thing is. With 112 speed in the sand. That ain't nobody faster than Lycan Rock. Orthworm's a cool new mon this gen. Steel type that gets the ability that it's like water absorb, but for ground. It gets hits with a ground move. It gets a health back. Kind of pog. That's why I like it on Gummy's team that we'll get to later. He's got Orbeetle at home, which is Rabska, the new bug type. I don't really know what this thing does, if I'm honest with y'all. Oh, it gets that new move, right? It gets Palma, the Revival Blessing. So it can heal up a teammate that has fallen. Yo, if he heals up a teammate that's fallen, and then they die again, you think Houndstone's move gets an extra boost?
I'm not sure.
I bet you it does. Yeah, Will... I hate Will. His teams are always so good. I'm not looking forward to playing him this year.
Me neither. I never do.
His C tiers are busted too. He's just got good value. Not even that they're cracked. Like, we learned that Eviolite. We learned that Toad's Cool has 100 SPDF. So Eviolite Toad's Cool is gonna be kind of broken. Don't need to throw Sash on it. You get them bulky late spores and whatnot, what have you, from C tier. I believe Lumineon gets. I forget what I was looking at Lumineon during draft. I think it gets like a wide guard and shit. Maybe it doesn't, and I'm absolutely tripping balls. No, Aloma Mola gets wide guard. Okay, this thing does nothing. It's just like a water type. I think it gets Oh, it gets Storm Drain.
Not like,
Oh,
not like-
shit.
not like Radical Red.
Oh, it gets Storm Drain. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Not good at all.
My whole plan to beat Will revolves around using water, so I hope he doesn't bring it.
Oh boy.
That's not
Is
great.
this podcast coming before or after your game
Hopefully after.
twos?
If not, Will, you didn't hear anything. And I just feel like, I mean, Ampharos is just like kind of bad because it doesn't have a lot of coverage and it's slow and like not slow enough for Trick Room. Doesn't hit the hard. Like everyone loves Ampharos. Everyone used it on their Gen 2 playthrough, but it's just not good. But it's a good value in C tier. I feel like he didn't have an electric type, so like that one matchup where you kind of really need it, he has it. I would say Will's team is a 9 out of 10. I feel like that's safe to give a nice rating there.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all think. I kind of
Definitely like high 8 and 9 in my opinion. Like it's just good. Like everything about this team.
And I have to play against it. At least I get it over with week 1.
That's true.
God, I'm not looking forward to it. All right. Well, actually, you can go through Mal's team.
Well, Mao's team takes Trick Room and goes, "What the hell is that?" and says, "I'm just gonna hit you first anyway and kill you." Because Dragapult, Dispatcher, Goldengo, Flamigo, the slowest mons are all his C tiers. I don't think he will be using. I don't think Mao is like, I could go Trick Room, or I could just ignore Trick Room completely. If Specs Goldengo hits you with a Make It Rain, best move in the game, by the way. I don't know, Terra Steel, you are dead. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, we can't confirm Mal had the first pick, and rightfully so. I think if you're paying attention to anything going on in VGC right now, the easy first pick is Goldengo.
Like it's decent. It's decent speed. It's really powerful. It has a broken ass move. Like Dragapult. Does Dragapult get haze? Because if it does, what are we doing here?
A Cloyster gets haze. He's got
Yeah.
Cloyster, right? I don't think Dragapult gets haze. I could be wrong though.
But yeah, the way to beat this team.
His only Tailwind setter is Flamigo.
Migos, yeah.
So it's like it's not the best Tailwind setter.
Migos.
That's still a decent enough option. Dragapult's fast anyway.
Yeah, Dragapult is a big threat, and if you lead it next to Goldengo, like who do you prioritize? Like it's gonna be rough.
I really like a
I think it's
as well.
Yeah, Sparta's a really good pick. I kind of underestimated this mon, but the fact that it gets speed boost and its signature move is an 80 base power move that lowers Spadef by 2.
Yeah.
That's kind of nuts. I think it's still A tier, but low key, that's such a good pick.
It's a good A tier, but its defenses are pretty shit. What I remember, they're like 50 or 60. Both of them have HP. I don't know what HP is, to be honest. Like it's not a great defensive mon. Like if you can hit this thing, it probably will die.
It's got 95 HP, 60 defense, 60 special.
Close enough. Like it's not a really great defensive mon, so a decent dark move will probably kill it.
Yeah, that's what Terras are for, though.
Exactly. I was literally about to say, if this thing decides, oh, I'm just gonna like Terra Fairy, then what the fuck are you doing to it? Like, Terra does, and of course it does get Ally Switch, which gonna be fun.
Not gonna be fun. Mal fucking sniped my Tinkaton, bro. I was so sad. Like, is Tinkaton like top tier? Absolutely not.
No.
Is it usable? For sure. Did I want it because it's absolutely legendary? Yes. And I didn't fucking get it. I'm so mad. Literally right before. So I had the second pick. Mal had the first pick. So it was on the way back. And I was like, I'm taking Fungus Tinkaton here. All right. Which one do I prioritize so Mal doesn't snipe me? I looked at Mal's team. I was like, hey, he's already got Goldengo, a hard-hitting steel type. Is Tinkaton a fairy type? Yes, but mostly you click the fucking Gigaton hammer move that is 160 base power steel type. Does Mal need more steel offense or steel Pokemon? No. Let me take the Fungus here. He has all fast mons, no Trick Romancer. Let me take the Fungus. Take the Fungus. Fucking snipe. I'm so mad. I just want to make that very clear. I'm not happy.
But yeah, I mean, League is very grateful that Tinkerton is in the league because it has scared away every single Corviknight. No one drafted Corviknight because of the threat of Tinkerton.
Bless up.
Tinkerton has erased all species of Corviknight in the MDA. Is now extinct.
In both divisions, it scared it away.
Literally. For once, we don't have Mr. E picking Corviknight T-Tar.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Honestly, not a bad, it carried over into this game. It's honestly not a bad thing.
not that big. But yeah, I do like Mouse Draft. Obviously, the lack of Trick Room option is like its main flaw, in my opinion. Overall, I do like it. Its top 3 are weak to Dark types, but as well as that, Terra types exist.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah, Justin might have a fun time against his team. Hydreigon might actually just take him out, but yeah, we'll see.
Hydreigon is like decent Goldengo counter as well as in competitive as it is like. So
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I like Mouse team. Should have had a Trick Room option in like B or C tier, but yeah. Prankster Riolu, Big Cat, I guess. Still your thing that stops Trick Room.
And we get to the guy next that actually did it. He actually drafted it.
It's Matt. Of course, it's like
It had to be. It had to be Quirts. Quirts with the Tatsugiri Dondozo S tier picks. We decided as a league that both of them are actually quite usable. Like by themselves without each other, they're probably not S tier, but they are still very usable. But together, I feel they both had to be S tier. Like if you wanted this dumbass strategy, ruining everyone's lives on ladder, you had to take it in S tier. Does it get absolutely mollywopped by Haze? Absolutely. Did we care?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
So once again, Justin Murkrow will have a field day.
Yeah.
If Quirch decides to bring this draft. But he's also got, of course, Vivillon. He sniped the shit out of my Oranguru. I would have a completely different team if it wasn't for Quirch. He picked a Ditto. The new Pokemon I'm interested to see Quirch use is Cyclizar.
Yeah.
Not the hardest hitting, not the bulkiest, but very fast and has a very cool ability and signature move combo. Not even signature move, but move combo. Regenerator plus Shed Tail is very interesting. It's a very cool mechanic. Busted in singles. We'll see how he uses it in doubles. He's got Budget Magnezone and Eviolite Magneton for the most part, I'd imagine. He's got Arena Trap Bug Trio. He doubled down on Trick Room options with Bronzor, Oranguru, and he's got Craggle the Dene as fast C tiers. I'd say overall it's pretty solid. We'll just have to see how it works. Like, I think as a team comp, it's good. Does it transfer into draft? Well, is what I'm interested in.
Yeah, I mean, just overall, I'd say I do like the team. It has great options either way. It has Gyarados Dozo, as you all know, is in everyone's existence right now in competitive, but can work around. It wouldn't be Quirts without Ditto as well, so a really fast team.
He's got. This is like as most Quirts could get in Gen 9. All it needed was Horse. And
Don't diss
stable Quirts.
Not diss Horse.
I'm not dissing it. I'm saying it just would amplify the Quirts narrative.
Overall, I do like the team. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's really effective. This team will be. It can only like. We're gonna have to wait and see because there's no predicting it like at the moment.
Especially with Quirts. Quirts. This, as unpredictable as this draft league is gonna be, Quirts is gonna make it worse because of how unpredictable he is normally.
I can't
I'm not looking
wait for
forward to
something
playing
like Terra Normal Dondozo. Like that'd be the most course thing of all time to do. Like just with
Quartz's Terra types will never make sense.
So.
I'm gonna stand by that. But yeah, overall solid team. Here you go, Justin. You can talk about this team as you've had to prep against it. You kind of know what it does. The New Warriors, 9-10.
Yeah, I can talk about this one a little bit. So we got Tiger VGC's team with Talonflame, Garchomp, Bisharp, Slowking, Pachirisu, Knucklestack, Sneasel, Rotom Fan, Wigglytuff, Floragato, and Palmy. This is a really good team on paper. Has a really good fast option with Gale Wings, Tailwind with Talonflame to really boost up that Garchomp. Fake Out with Sneasel, Pachirisu with Follow Me. Slowking with a very good Trick Room option or imprisoning the Trick Room. Rotom Fan just being very annoying. Same with Wigglytuff with its typing. Bisharp with its ability to hold an Eviolite at this point. Very, very good. It's just overall a really good team with a lot of options, physically and special. I think definitely leans more physical in terms of damage, but I don't really see that as too much of an issue. In terms of, overall ranking, I don't know where I would put it. I would say this is definitely one of the... It's not bottom half. It's definitely top half, but I wouldn't put it too high on anyone's list. I mean, listen, Talonflame Garchomp is a lethal combo. That's for sure. But I don't think that it's unbeatable, right? Like, same with Tatsugiri Dondozo. Like, if you have a Haze user, I mean, you kind of just render that strategy useless, right? So it's not unbeatable. I mean, you'll see that with any draft team, to be honest. That's the beautiful thing about draft is you can always have a counter to whatever the other person's trying to do, as long as you predict it right. But, I don't know, it's a good team. Beatable. But it has a lot of coverage for anything it wants to do. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting matchup for me specifically, speaking from my terms of how I would play it. But, yeah.
I think I would agree with all of that. And don't sleep on Knucklestack, everyone. Eviolite Knucklestack still is kind of as annoying as Garganacl. Low key.
High key.
But yeah. That brings us into my team. South Jersey Swoobats are back, ladies and gentlemen. Back better than ever. I'm very happy with my draft. I love my draft.
Yeah, 10, moving on.
I am normally a big I'll say since I won season 3, I've hated my draft low key each time. I think I'm kind of excited about my draft this time for once. It feels good. I took the Annihilate second overall.
I wanted it so bad, to be honest.
I was
didn't
take
Mango, but I wasn't gonna get it.
I thought so. Like when you're picking second, and it's only a 9-man draft, so things are moving quickly. The people that have those later picks, so Tiger VGC had the 9th pick, which means he gets 2 back-to-back. He just took the great synergy that is Talonflame Garchomp. Not being able to guarantee a synergy when you pick second and it goes through all that many picks, I wanted to just make sure I pick something solid that I think I could fit on most teams. Which is why initially when I picked Annihilate, my thought process was, hey, on the way back, I hopefully can get Torkoal or Nguru and build like a Trick Room type team. And Annihilate, even though it's got 90 speed, it's so bulky and just kind of, I don't even have to run speed investment in it. It doesn't really hinder me that much. So it was just Annihilate just kind of fits in every team. Rage Fist is such a unique move where you just don't want to even hit Annihilate, because if you don't kill it in one shot, you're just going to boost my Rage Fist power moving forward. And then I paired that with Aurora Veil, Abomasnow, and now you really can't one-shot Annihilate. I think it's just going to work out. I just hope it works out really well for me. Mousehold I'm excited to use Mousehold. Population Bomb, go Burr. There's a little cool little synergy with Annihilate. It's got fast follow. Well, not even fast. It has Follow Me, Fast Encore, Fast Taunt. Just a good support mon. Has Friend Guard and Technician.
Ev will
So,
be
like, I don't
trying
need
the
to
dark side of Encore this season.
I think I might be low key certain matchups.
Boy.
The second.
And yeah, Abomasnow for the Aurora Veil, and the Parrot I got Titan, which I'm very excited about. I love Titan, one of my favorite, probably top 3 Pokemon from this gen, in my opinion. Not maybe like skill wise, but just for me personally. Like, I finally got the shiny one, and it is the most beautiful thing of all time. But I'm so excited to use Titan in the snow, especially with snow getting a big boost this gen. I was very, very excited to try it out. I got Fungus as my Trick Room counter. And I'm not like the best team in Trick Room, obviously, but I'm also not bad into it. And Fungus with 15 speed, underspeeds, I think everything other than what's Pincurchin. It ties with Pincurchin.
15.
So, I can spore most things in Trick Room. I mean, people will probably counter it with, you can counter it with Terra Grass and also Safety Goggles, but I think it still puts a lot of pressure. Even just forcing something to run Goggles is fine with me. I got Rotom Frost for the Snow Squad. Gonna land them Blizzards in the snow. I think Rotom has a huge buff this gen with Terra. Like, you can Terra Electric and have no weaknesses. You get the Electros treatment. Espeon is like my fast kind of Trick Room counter. Like, I can just run Trick Room in prison. Gets a couple other things. I think it was just good utility for my team. Reveroom was kind of just a late grab. I had Scoville in there, and like Scoville has really cool techs. It's got Moody, and it's got a signature ability that you can do cool stuff with. But I kind of just valued Pyroar and C with its speed stat a little more, and just like its overall damage a little more. And I just needed some type coverage in that last B tier slot, so I got the new Steel and Poison type, which is cool. I feel like every team needs a Steel type Pokemon somewhere.
I like the stand it takes against pollution, Steel Poison, because it's a motor.
Exactly.
It's pretty cool.
Just weak to ground. I'm gonna have to manage that throughout the season. Toxapex is my bulky water that can wide guard and haze and offer me pretty good support there. And Altaria, I like Altaria for alternate weather matchups. Like, I can play in and I can manage it in and out, not necessarily rely on mine. It's also my dragon type, and I think Altaria kind of a sleeper pick in C tier. I think it could benefit from Terra is really good. So yeah, really happy with the squad overall. I would give it a 9 out of 10. I think if I was not being biased, I think it's pretty good. I'm excited.
I cannot wait to set fire to your entire squad with a flamethrower.
Bro, that's what Terras are for.
Can't Terra type every ice type on your team.
I don't need to Terra type every ice type. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Don't sleep.
Yeah, you don't need Terra type every ice type because they'll all be fucking dead.
You'll see.
Cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Uh-oh.
Spoiler, somehow we got fucking randomized into facing each other in week 8. It's absolute bullshit.
Yeah, randomized. I don't know. Draft order and scheduling. I don't. Something's up. Something's up. I don't know.
The worst part is, I did the bloody randomizing for 2. Like, that's the worst part. Like, out of all these people, the only people who I haven't beaten, like, I think I haven't beaten your boy, I haven't beaten Swamp, I haven't beaten Kev. Like, Swamp and your boy can understand they're new, whatever else. Kev, I'm like 0 for 7 against Kev. If I were to rig it, I would rig it anyone else but Kev. But no, I get against him, and
the best part was I was like in VC with you while you were making it, and you're like, it was like week 5, and you're like, we're not playing our game yet, and it just kept week by week. It just more teams were being eliminated, and you just knew we were gonna end up playing.
I was like, I can't believe this shit. And then it came to week 8, I was like I literally just threw down my headset. I was like, no, I'm done. I'm so sick of this game. I'm so sick of this game. Anyone else?
I can't wait. Hey, this could be your time, Wex.
Could be new game, new me. New game, new me. That's what I'm gonna say.
Wex is gonna pick. He's gonna add 4 fire types in free agents.
I mean, we actually, we both have 2. We have 2 months. Like, we have Annihilate and Pyroar. Like,
True. You are a fellow.
So that's actually a mirror match. I'm not sure if there's much more mirror matches this year, but we have a mirror match in week 8. That's pretty exciting.
Cool.
Yeah, enough talk about Kev. It's getting boring. Moving on to Swamp, who draft.
This team
Like-
is arguably, I think, again, being maybe biased. I would say this team competes with mine as the best draft.
At the moment, like
I-
yours, Will's. I like Tiger's team, and Swamp's. I prefer like a lot of your teams are good in this division.
Swamp was able to pick up the Armor Rouge in DD.
Something that
Armor Rouge is
I don't know.
the bane of my existence. I hate this gen in competitive is the Armor Rouge in DD. Fucking Hariyama. I hate Hariyama more than anything. And Garganacl.
Me,
Swamp's got 2 of them.
me, it's like a Roctita. I just never can be like a Roctita. I don't know why. Yeah. He also has Quaquaval.
Yeah, underrated mon in
Yeah.
A tier. I think it just wasn't being used a lot, and
Yeah.
why it's in A tier. But low key could be kind of flame.
Step Moxie is insane. And also,
Yeah, quick Aqua Step Moxie's like a wild.
I had to drop it from my team, but the Dunsparce, I really like the Dunsparce. It's middling speed, which isn't great, but
Yeah, I don't even know what it does.
Hyper
honestly.
Drill goes through Protect.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
120 base attack, 120 base power.
No, 100 base attack.
It's 100 base attack, but
It just didn't get that big of a buff
Hyper Drill is 120 base power.
with no drawback. No, it's 100 base
100? Are
power.
you sure? It's 120, but
100 with no drawback.
yeah, and it goes through Protect. And it's stab with Terra type with maybe a band. Like, what is
Like it's a ton of coverage too.
Yeah, like it's a really good mod. I'm annoyed I had to drop it, but I needed the coverage on my team. We got your layer. I like Driftlin. Driftlin is a mod that I like. But that
Yeah, he dropped the Kilowattrel, and that Drifloon's like a budget tailwind setter.
I like the Avalok pick. I think he copied me.
I'm mad about the Clodsire pick. I wanted Clodsire.
So such a good boy. I love him. Curriculum wise, that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Like it's a lot of middling speed.
I mean, the Indeedee Armor Rouge is like a trick room.
Yeah.
team. On ladder anyway, so we'll see how it does in
Yeah,
draft.
true. Like what's? Oh no, I was about to say what's that circum? Then I realized. Never mind. I looked up. Venonat also is a good budget pick. Venonat being what is it? Compound Eyes, Rage Powder, Spore, Sleep Powder of some sort. Like it's
And it's a very budget
your budget.
redirection.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know what to call it. Butter. It's some sort of a Butterfree, I guess.
A bad Butterfree.
Yeah, like I don't know, but I do like this team. Zoroark is gonna have funny. In the game of mind games, they're so big this year with Terra types. Zoroark just adds more shithousery to that. Like, so what do we expect? No clue. This team could wipe the floor with everyone just on the basis of I have no clue what to do against it, or Amrish and Didi just being there. Mo's a good type, like or good mon. I like this team a lot, personally. Yeah, we'll see it in week 4 against Ryder. That's gonna be exciting. Can't wait to see that one.
And I think Justin could talk about this team too because it doesn't have any Gen 9 Pokemon in it except one.
What, the low kicks?
Yeah, no kick.
It's an early game.
bug.
It's an early game as well.
He's a bug that hits hard with priority. He's got stab, sucker punch, and first impression.
Yeah,
First punch impression.
Yeah, I can talk about it, I guess. All right, so we have Max team. Got the Vancouver Island Villains. We have Pelipper Torkoal, so that's a lot of weather right there. Off the rip, a lot of weather. Dreadnought, Serena, and then we have 2 mons that benefit from the weather. Beartic, another semi-weather setter. Low Kicks, Gothorita,
Huh.
Leafeon, Trophy. Oh, Beartic can set up the snow, right?
No.
Doesn't have the move.
It gets Swift.
Well, maybe with the
It gets
move. It gets Swift Swim, is why he picked it.
Anyway, Where was I? Glow Kick, Gothorita, Leafeon, Tropius, Whiscash, and Banette. Banette being kind of but I mean, shit. This is a. I would say this is a decent team. Definitely always going to be able to control the weather. The only problem I see is if you bring both modes of weather just offsetting each other or having dyssynergy with the sets that you're trying to bring. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays around that and how he's able to benefit from it. I definitely think Torkoal is going to be his best mode. Because if you compare that with the Serena and the Leafeon, it does a lot of work. I'm not even going to talk about Tropius because it doesn't exist in my eyes.
Tropius is better in the sun than Serena is.
Really?
Tropius is a big, fat, fucking large shit that I don't like.
At least it gets like Harvest. Yeah, I don't like it either. It's pretty shit.
Harvest Citrus Berry. Yeah,
Don't shit on
congrats.
Tropius. Tropius is a boy.
No,
It has bananas
a
on
fucking-
its neck. It's a dude.
it's an abomination.
And abominable.
But overall, I
Literally.
think this team has an identity crisis. Like, Pelipper Torkoal,
I think some transactions down the line will sort it out.
Pelipper Torkoal. Like, you have Pelipper Dreadnought, Airtick.
Lilligant's available, isn't it?
It is. I think someone in our draft picked it up. I think, but
Yeah, but no one in our draft has it. I feel like a Serena drop for
Yeah.
Lilligant, maybe.
like
Oh,
Pelipper
no.
Dreadnought, Beartick one, and then you have Torkoal, Leafeon, Tropius, I guess. But like, it's kind of all over the place. Yeah.
This is one where we'll probably get proven wrong, and he'll use.
Oh,
it
yeah,
well,
cool.
and
Oh,
we
100%.
just aren't seeing
100%.
it.
Like, this thing will be like someone who's used weather in the past and did not do well with it. I have full faith that Mac can do well with it, personally.
I mean, Torkoal's a demon. I fucking hate
Yeah.
that. Add that to the list of things I hate.
Torkoal existing
Oh.
just makes everyone's life a living hell. One thing that I am a bit
Yeah.
like shaky about is the lack of. There's not really a lot of support mons on this. Serena obviously blocks the early moves with Clean Majesty, but
Pelipper's kind of a support. It's like a-
there's no
it's like a-
real support for Torkoal.
No, it's just
Like,
Leafeon.
Yeah.
Leafeon's good. Torkoal's like acting as the support by setting up the weather.
yeah, like it's weird.
So it's like,
It's weird.
I don't
Expect transactions in the future, but never know. We could get proven wrong, and him leading Pelipper Torkoal might fucking work. Who knows? Like, at the end of the day, it's Mac. We don't know what to expect him. He's insane. Yeah, I don't like Banette, by the way. That's funny, I don't like Banette.
No one likes Banette.
No.
Like, I don't like Banette because it's such a cool.
All this team needed for Kev to despise it was, instead of Wishcat, having Spidops.
Yeah, well, fuck. Well, Germ took the spot off, so fuck. Stupid ass spot.
Yeah, that's the Naranja Academy taking care of, I think.
We can move into Uva,
Better Academy.
Uva.
the worst conference.
Saying,
Um,
I'm spoiling it right now. 1-0. Shut up. You are not allowed to speak this week, okay? Yeah, exactly. My thoughts.
Anyway, Lex, you can talk about this team considering you had to prep for it a bit.
Yeah, we have Griff. Griff has Palafin. The only person to drive Palafin, actually. He also has Meowscarada, Kilowattrel, Houndstone, Morgrim, Ditto, Cyclozar, Donphan, Toxapex, Hippopotas, and Venonat. Similar enough team to it's kind of a mix of Quartz and Germ in a weird way. I can see, well, from Germ, we have the Meowscarada mirror match, and then we have the Kilowattrel Noivern kind of there. And then we have Morgrim, Ditto, and Cyclozar as well, like other people, but overall, this team, I have no clue what it's doing. I'm prepping for it right now, and like,
The synergies are maybe suspect, but at the same time,
everything is good.
Palafin, Meowscarada, Kilowattrel, like that's a hard fucking hitting a trio.
Like,
That's gonna be scary to play against.
like Okay, I can set up like a Tailwind first against this Steve and hit like the Palafin hard with something else, but I might just switch out Raw to kill a Wattrel or Meowscarada. In that case, I'm fucked. Like the synergies that his top 4 have are insane. It's a very fast team, good team. It's like Lazar as well near the bottom.
He even got the little Hippo in C tier for Houndstone, but Houndstone can just run Fluffy. I think it's fine. Like Fluffy's crazy on that thing.
Yeah, I am nearly lost. Like I was prepping last night and I was getting so frustrated just because I had no clue what to even prep for. Escarada is a good one. It doesn't really deal that much damage to my team because I have like decent enough grass resist all around. But fire types, it's fast, it's hard hitting. Even though I have some resist, it crits every move. So now Kilowattrel counters my Murkrow with equally as fast Tailwind. I know it's not a Prankster, but decent Tailwind. So Palafin, once Palafin comes back out, I'm not sure I have much to beat it. Yeah, look with
like I would say like Trick Room's kind of good,
Yeah,
but like Palafin gets priority. It's
exactly
just not fair.
Like Jet Punch is insane. Like I know what I want to do. No, don't. But yeah,
I low-key, I'm cheering for you, X,
Gonna be-
obviously, but I low-key hope Palafin puts on a show and we can prove Riolu that he's an idiot.
I mean, I like Palafin as a mon. Palafin saved my playthrough, by the way. So much that, like, in every single battle that I had, I let Palafin, then flip turn straight out. I knew it was faster, I was flip turn straight out, then Palafin swept it near the end. But overall, I like this team. It's already proven problems for me, so I gotta respect it in that regard.
For sure.
It was well just stuck in there because I do have a feeling, I'm not sure when it's coming out, but I do have a feeling he is going to try and copy my Murkrow, which I will not let happen. If he copies my Murkrow, it's game over. I'm sorry. Like at that stage, I'm gonna try my hardest to not let that happen, but we will see. Yeah. I guess.
And we move into a team that talk about Griffin's team where we didn't really know the synergies. Galmy's got the synergies on lock. He's got at 9. He also went to Talonflame Garchomp, which we talked about earlier. So, like, basically, Garchomp gets speed control and can click Earthquake for free.
Rock Slide.
Paired that with. Well, yeah, but like I'm saying, his ally won't get hit. He also has Rotom-Mow, Levitate, great mon to be alongside Garchomp. He also has Orthworm, a steel type that is immune to ground moves. So the Earthquake synergy with Garchomp goes kind of.
I'm not looking for it.
He also has the Sand. He's got a Sand mode with Hippo, Lycanroc. Garchomp can run Sand Veil, and dude, Gummy's gonna run Sand Veil, fucking Bright Powder 1 week. I'm gonna blow my brains out watching it, and he's just gonna miss 100% accurate.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm praying that Gummy changes his team by week 9 when I face him.
And like you would see Talonflame, Hippo, Lycanroc, little water weakness, right? Bam, Toxicroak, immune to water, it gets healed by it. Fighting type. Frostlass is just, I think, good. It's just a good mon overall in B tier. I kind of rate it highly. 110 speed, fast icy wind is pretty good. His E tiers are absolutely abysmal. But, Palmo's like a budget fake out Nuzzlemon. Not like, I don't know how much he'll bring it. Floette is actually kind of interesting because it's kind of bulky with UV light, can do some annoying things. And then he just picked Rockruff because he's a stupid gummy bear and likes Rockruff.
Yeah, sure.
Rockruff. But overall, I like this team a lot. Little physical for sure. Only special damage is coming from Frostlass, really.
Yeah.
As a composition, though, the synergies they do be
top
fine.
like 7 is just insanely good. I like it a lot. But yeah, that's really all for Gummy's team.
What?
Already spoiling, he already has a win, so already proven to be good. He did get lucky with flinches, but we won't say that. Move on top,
Yeah.
by the way. Gummy.
Justin, you can talk about this team. There's only one new Pokemon that I think you know what it does. So
Is it Vaporeon? Is that the new mon? Did you know?
Focus.
God
Did
damn
you?
it.
Did you? Fuck. Okay. 30. No. Okay. There's Hydreigon. I know Hydreigon. Amoonguss. Yeah. Abomasnow. I don't know what Titan does. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I've never seen this guy in my entire life. This thing could be really good. I wouldn't have a fucking clue. It just looks like it's an ice type. That's all I'll say.
It is an ice type with 170 base HP that gets Slush Rush.
Ew.
We talked.
And then Rotom Frost. Vaporeon. Medicham, Beartic, Alomomola, Skunktick, Tropius. Another fucking Tropius team. Why do you guys have me talk about Tropius? I swear to God. This has to be like on purpose at this point because this is fucked. Anyway.
I don't even know why you picked Tropius, bro.
Justin, do you know what's funny as well? You faced this team too.
What?
You're facing
this is
Tropius.
prep for
You're
you,
facing Tropius.
Justin, you also think about it though. You also get the verse of Vaporeon.
That's
What a
a hindrance for him. He's gonna be distracted.
What a pleasure. Anyway, so yeah, I mean there's obviously a lot of snow weather going on here. I mean that's pretty apparent. Nothing super fast, nothing super slow either except for like Amoonguss. So not looking like there's gonna be any Tailwind or Trick Room set up. I mean Hydreigon could do that.
Hydreigon can set it. I think
Tropius can actually set it.
Tropius is shit though.
It is shit.
Yeah, we don't talk about Tropius.
I like Tropius.
We don't talk
I like
about
Tropius.
Cut.
It's a bit weird though in this team, considering it's 4 times weak to ice and it's surrounded by ice types.
Yeah, it is an interesting one.
I don't understand the usage of it because if you can't get it with the chlorophyll, it really just does nothing. Like for sure, it does nothing.
Is it chlorophyll? I thought it's just harvest. Is it chlorophyll?
I think it also gets chlorophyll. I know it gets harvest.
I only use it for harvest anyway.
Tropius. It does also. Oh, it also gets solar power. Dude, this thing just is only usable inside.
Yeah. So I mean, it made more sense if it were paired with a Torkoal. Like then it'd be like, oh, okay, I can see the angle. You have a Abomasnow. Yeah, that's kind of like the exact opposite of what you want, but this ain't what you want.
I gotta back this team though. It is a fellow snow team.
I like it.
And I am a big Hydreigon supporter, so I think if he plays well, he'll be like fine. Like obviously the speed control for certain things is like interesting, but Titan do be fast in that hail, so I think it's a good team, very good team. And then we can go to the San Diego Raichu because the team next is kind of
hit me every week.
Go for it, Wes.
Yeah. So I picked Murkrow first and managed to get Kev's second pick on the way back around. Actually, a trip.
That's kind of wild.
It is wild because opposite happened in the other draft. Like Justin drafted Murkrow 5th and got Uva's second pick on the way back around. So it's kind of wild like that. It's kind of weird.
It did kind of happen.
Kind of weird that. That's really weird how it happened.
That is really weird.
I noticed that when I was picking, I was like, wait a second, if Annihilate was draft second, I thought it was anyway, but I'm happy with the first 2 picks I got. Murkrow and Annihilate, 2 brilliant mods in this format. Really happy with them. Considering I had 5th pick and couldn't really grab much synergies, being right in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, isn't that hard? Isn't that really hard?
Trying to draft it was difficult, but I did get Bramblegast in B tier. To pair with Murkrow. It's a nice little pairing there. Also, I got Dragalge and Mudsdale. Originally, I drafted Jolteon, but I needed a ground type, so I changed. And then Magneton, Girafarig, thoughts are Pyroar, Wigglytuff, and Avalugg. I like my team, personally. A few middling speed mons, but Tailwind kind of destroys that. And then a decent trick room option with Dragalge, Mudsdale, Avalugg, and Claw to some extent, and a Draft Rig to set it up. And then a decent fast option with Brambleghast, Magneton, Annihilape, Pyroar. Like, I have a decent option either way. So I like that version of a Brambleghast. I think it's going to be a good mon for me. Annihilape, really good mon. Mudsdale and Dragalge I've both used before, so I like having familiarity in my teams. Claw I pretty much just picked up because I needed a decent water type, so yeah. Wigglytuff the same, I needed it.
It's almost like Justin did this. It's almost like Justin did the same thing.
Literally.
Kind of.
I mean, Justin at least has the terrain like energy there. I don't. I just decided
Oh yeah,
We found out.
I was talking to Justin about his team, and I was like, oh, I didn't even think about Klutzer and like getting the boosted move from Electric Terrain. I was like, does it still get it this gen? And Justin was like, yeah, I checked. And then we went to look through his moves, and yeah, it lost terrain.
lost terrain pulse.
It's so fucking stupid. Like, why do you lose moves? It doesn't make any sense. Like,
Most
I
of the
don't get
Gen
it.
9, most of the Gen 8 Isle of Armor tutor moves are like gone. I don't really think not many of them are
That's
left.
funny. I didn't even know.
Like, why do that? Why introduce new moves that just can't be used ever again? Like, what's the point? What's the fucking point? Like, at least keep it on the mons. Like, come on. You want people to utilize fucking terrain still? Guess what? You gotta fucking give them moves that make it boosted, you fucking idiots.
Steel Roller one of the only ones to be carried over. I
I
know.
I think Rillaboom still gets Grassy
Oh,
Glide.
Grassy
I know it's not out yet, but I think when it comes, it will get it.
I swear to God, if there's an update and like they update Clawwitz's move pool to include terrain pulse after they introduce more mons that have more terrain, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. They better just not give it anything. Honestly, they better just nuke the mon in general. It just better be fucking gone.
Also, a little thing in hindsight that I kind of forgot at the same time, which is really funny. For Pyroar, when I was like first looking at it, low-key forgot it didn't get adaptability because of fucking Rad Red. In my head, I was like, oh, I'm gonna what's it called? I'm gonna grab this and why is it C tier? And then I was like, C tier for a reason. I just double checked all its abilities, and I was like, oh well, yeah, doesn't get it. I was like, oh well, still a decent. It's still decent. I like it. Yeah, overall, I'm happy with my team. Yeah, I don't really know what you guys think of it, but that's whatever.
I like it. At first I thought that it had a bit of an identity crisis.
Oh, it did.
But you've established two different modes.
Jolteon was the problem.
I still like Jolteon.
Yeah,
So.
but I mean,
I'm a
Jolteon
big
solved.
fan of
Putting Mudsdale there got me a ground type. I'm not gonna lie. I think I've done the math on it. I think only like one.
I think you only have 3 ground. I think it's only 3 ground weaknesses left.
And if I put Terra Flying on Magneton, then I resist ground types.
You don't resist. You're immune.
Exactly, but overall, that means I have 1 resist, 2 immunities, 2.
My God.
I'm so proud of myself.
You're evolving.
New game, new me, I tell you. Who knows? I might even win quarterfinals at this stage.
Alright, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Alright, next we got Sir President of the NDA, Sir Ryder in the San Diego Raichus. Not fellow, but he also had the first overall pick in his division. And he, again, went with the Goldengo.
It's an easy pick.
Oh, it is an easy pick. Especially, like, when you're first and you don't know what you want, and, like, you're not guaranteed synergies, because, like, 16 things leave the draft board before you pick again. It's safe to just go with Goldengo and click buttons. It hits like a fucking truck. Even the resisted things, it hits like a truck. And like I feel like the number 1 set on ladder is specs, but like in draft you could just kind of run anything. Like, you don't need to run specs in draft. You got Volk. I think Volk's a good support with redirection. Good hitter, offensive hitter as well. Neuvern is good tailwind. I think I rate Neuvern highly in this gen.
Yeah.
With terrestrialization. Grafai as his prankster. Ryder does love a good prankster, and he got the slacking to work with it. I feel like slacking is really bad this game because of you can just protect on the turns where it attacks, and you can just ignore it, and then you can attack it when it has to slack off. But with Grafai, it makes it a little interesting.
Gets rid of Truant.
Something I forgot to mention about Mao's team, because I don't think he drafted it for that reason at all. Tinkaton gets Mold Breaker, I believe. And it is because of Mold Breaker, it is the only Pokemon that can Helping Hand Goldengo.
Oh, shit.
That's interesting. Yeah, so Ryder can get them Helping Hand boosts. It's also just like a good fake out Gigaton Hammer. You know, Tink is good. I love Tink. It's got the Crabominable. It's like just a wide guard. Hard hitting. I think it's got base like 120, 130 attack. Abominable 132 attack. Can't be intimidated because of Hyper Cutter. It's got Iron Fist and Anger Point as well. Decent move coverage, wide guard. Decent value in B tier for sure. Goth. Goth is another mon that suits well with this team. It gives the Trick Room option, trapping. Goldengo can't be trapped, even if it's Terra Steel, because it doesn't work against it. So it's like
a decent mon.
Yeah, very good synergy.
Luminion Storm Drain.
Yeah, Luminion got the Storm Drain for things like Volk. Altaria is the Dragon type. They deal with weather. And Snover is his own. He's got his own little snow core with Crabominable Snover.
Snover exists.
Yeah, it exists. But overall, I think it's a good team. I know Ryder didn't really know what he wanted. He hasn't felt the most comfortable in this gen yet. So I think to come out with this is actually pretty solid for sure.
I feel like this gen is going to be weird. Like it seems like a lot of like our old coaches haven't found their feet. Like me personally, I still haven't found my feet with this game. People who have, really, it seems like you've had a decent like run of finding your feet in this game. And Swamp has really found his feet in this game, to be honest, and Gummy to an extent.
Don't sleep on Gummy
as well. Like
Gummy's top cut in tournaments.
People are finding their feet in this game, and it's going to be. It's not like the same people lead league every season like last season, but we could see some serious momentum shifts in this game. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, I trust Ryder nearly like with all my heart to finish fucking top 2 at this stage. Like, but
not only is it Ryder, like you give Ryder the first overall pick and he gets Goldengo, and it's just like feels bad. But yeah, I know I talked about Ryder's team, but this is one of my favorite teams. This is kind of what I wanted, low-key, for my team. It's like exactly what I wanted, except swap King Gambit. I mean, King Gambit's fucking unbelievable, so I mean, it's a good pick, but I had swap King Gambit with Annihilate, and it's like what I wanted. So, Torkoal, Oranguru, Lilligant. That is arguably completely cracked. Trick Room, Oranguru, and Instruct with Torkoal is just unbelievably busted. Lilligant gives Torkoal a fast mode. Oranguru Belly Bolt is such a fun strat. So in Trick Room, like Belly Bolt ain't the fastest of lads. He's a chunky dude, but with its ability, getting a big charge boost every time it gets. It gets. I think it's just a 1.5 boost to electric boost when it takes damage. So what you do is in Trick Room, you click Bulldoze, you proc Belly Bolt's ability and a weakness policy, and Oranguru gets Telepathy,
The Bellibolt can just spam plus like 3 plus 4 discharges. It's fucking nut. Like Terra Electric Metamorphosis discharge like plus 2 with weak goes crazy.
This is a really good trick team.
It's literally what I wanted. You got the Clodsire. You got Leafeon as well to pair with Sun. Like it's such a good team.
Walkthrough is
King Gambit's a
Walkthrough
menace.
is the only bad thing. I looked at Walkthrough like looking at will I draft it? Walkthrough is terrible. It's fast, but it's bad.
Yeah, like like Electrode can like explode next to Telepathy or Nguru. You can set up Trick Room, and then Torkoal comes in, instructs. You take huge damage. Everything dies on the field, and then you bring in King Gambit with Supreme Overlord with the huge attack boost against fallen allies, and it just clicks buttons, dude. This team's nuts. It's
Could be the best team in the league.
It's such good synergies, and I'm excited to see Phoenix use it. It's nuts. This is my favorite team, I think, by a landslide.
Yeah, I feel like we can go on to Ballhawk, who, when we talk about Identity Crisis, Ballhawk's had the most Identity Crisis of all time. I'm gonna just bring up the transactions tab for now. Ballhawk has made 7 he made 7 grace period moves, including dropping Pachirisu, picking him back up, dropping Toadscrew, and picking him back up for next week, picking up the Dunsparce, dropping him for next week. He's made a total of 9 transactions. 7 of them are active now, and 2 will be active next week. But this man does not know what he wants to do. But overall, I do like his team. I think he's finally found out his team. He has Armrouge and male and DD, although albeit not female. He still has the Psychic Surge, so decent. I like the Dunsparce, even though he's not going with it from next week on. Lucario's always a good mon. Justified. Does anything get beat up on this team? Sneasel does. I love Sneasel. Everyone knows I love Sneasel. Patrice will follow me. Go with mon. As I said, I like the Dunsparce. Dash Bun. Great mon as well. Good support mon. Excalibur's the only one I don't really know a lot about, but I have a feeling Excalibur is going to be good this gen. It looks really perfect. Glaive Rush looks like an insane move.
So it's not immune to fire, but you don't want to hit it with fire because it gets the attack boost. But a lava plume or whatever from I don't know how he's gonna proc it, if that's his strat he's doing, but
it's good.
The Melee DD enables the
against fire as well, because his dash bun as well with well-baked body.
Yeah, so the lava plume strats are upon us. Veluza next to Spidops is fucking hot.
Veluza!
Fucking so bad.
I like Veluza as a Pokemon, I like it, whatever. But the one thing I hate about it is when you're running around in the ocean at all in this game, this thing comes out of nowhere and just snipes you.
I kind of wanted to shiny hunt it because it's got a cool shiny, but it's the worst fucking thing of all time. I don't recommend anyone going out of their way to shiny hunt it. You get a shiny one randomly, great. Don't fucking hunt it. It's the worst shit in all.
No, I get it because I'm the king of bad shinies.
Yeah, true. It's not a bad shiny though.
Hoppip isn't a bad shiny. Jumpluff's shiny. I like Jumpluff shiny. It's just not a great mon.
Just not an exciting Pokemon.
I like it.
But yeah, another team that I'm interested to see in action because I don't know exactly what it does other than Armrouge and DD.
That's Ballhawk. Ballhawk returning from season 3. Season 3 or season 2?
It's good to have him back. Season 2.
Yeah. Gil Wingstop, he's not.
Check out the Ballhawk doc.
I mean, honestly, probably the reason.
Link in the description.
Probably the reason most of us have won leagues in the past. Won't lie. For my case, probably the reason. Shout out Ballhawk for that. And by the way, absolute goat. He's no.
Absolute goat of the draft league.
I'm trying to remember his team name. It was I remember it.
Begin with an M. Shit. I'm looking it up. Season 2 doc. It's Milwaukee. It's Milwaukee. Milwaukee. Yeah, I knew it began with an M. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. I finished third that season, I think, behind me.
I'd like to talk about his team name this year. Kind of bad. Not a fan.
Gale Wingstop.
Gale Wingstop.
I mean, it's funny.
I like that.
Wingstop and wings.
The pun.
I like it.
Pun
I
is
like
there,
it.
but ooh,
I like it.
it honks. It honks. It honks.
I like.
But yeah, I'm excited to see Ballhawk back. See what he does with this team.
I like. To be fair, I like from someone who's just writing acronyms everywhere for some reason. This gen, I just see that's what I'm doing. I do like written GWS. I think it's a nice one to type for some reason. One that I hate typing is quartz with NH. Quartz. NH. Get New Hampshire.
And
Oh, please. You're making my life a living hell because every time I forget, I just write down GS and I'm like, oh fuck, it's NH, isn't it?
yeah, the fact that it used to be GS is the
Oh.
worst part too.
That's one thing. Quartz.
Quartz
Screw you
suck.
for that. Screw you for that, you bitch. But anyway, we can get on to your boy and the Denver Numals returning last season's top coach.
This is a very interesting team.
Can do a lot.
I once again am not sure what it does.
Yeah, like it's a lot of weird strategies. Like Dragonbolt and DD, it's good, but they're both kind of support mons in a way. Flamigo I get, but Flamigo typically
It doesn't have a lot of setup. I mean, his setup, the only thing I can really see at the current moment is Follow Me and DD, Belly Drum Ice Cube,
Flamigo.
bring in
Yeah.
Flamigo. Or same thing with like Phalanx. He got Phalanx,
I like
Flamigo. He's got like some Flamigo synergy, like with setup. But like,
It's weird.
I mean, Dragon Ball can like set screens for these mons and hit hard. Like I guess. Tox. is
I
Tox,
don't
but
really know what
like,
Rapskid does, to be honest, but
like Revival
oh, yeah,
Blessing.
that's true.
Trick
Like
Room.
if you have to kill 2 Dragapults in one go, that's not gonna be nice. Especially with 2 in DDs. Actually, Jesus, that's gonna be the real problem. DD's a bitch. I hate DD.
So I think there's definitely stuff there, but at the same time,
With your boy, I get like
It's
I know
interesting.
he'll be able to do whatever he wants to do. Like we just can't see it right now, but you know that he'll be able to do what he wants.
he's a very good
Yeah.
coach.
There's a
so
reason he
I'm
lost-
sure
he only
it'll
lost-
all come-
That's one regular season game last year and then lost in the playoffs, but a reason why. Like he's been.
Who upset him in the playoffs?
It was.
Will? Was it Will?
Oh, it was Will. It was Will. Swamp beat me, and then yeah.
Well, one of them.
Because Will came from Ins, and then Will beat him.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he beat me in play. Jerk. I owe Will some swift revenge this week.
True, actually. Yeah. Really?
On our final
We've
team,
been here for a while. I won't lie.
we have.
Perks 18 coaches, huh? God.
Yeah, just means longer pod episodes,
Oh.
baby.
Let's edit these.
We have Riolu, who I can't lie, my least favorite team. I'll say it now. Bold statement. This man went out of his way
Draft.
to draft C and B tiers first that are like mid at best,
Yeah, true.
and then ended it with Pelipper Garganackle, bro. That shit is boring. You don't have any rain synergy. Garganackle is a. I
Well,
hate
you
it.
say you don't have
It's
any
got
range
Prankster
energy.
Clef
Floatzel
Beast
is there.
It doesn't benefit from rain other than boosted power to its move, is what I'm saying. And it doesn't help camera up, that's for damn
I
sure.
mean, like Garganackle.
His Trick Room is Spiritomb and Grumpig.
With Garganackle though.
Like, is it bad composition?
Garganackle
No.
though as well. If you
Do I dislike it greatly? Yes. He's got his Magnezone that he loves, that he tried to put on his tournament team.
You know, he's slight
I don't
Magnezone
know.
for me. My original plan was have Magnezone and then some sort of A tier, maybe Dug Trio or something in my team. But maybe Palisand. Does anyone have Palisand in my division? Don't think so. Yeah, I think it was Palisand, but I didn't really want the ghost type, so I was like, yeah. But he did select the Magnezone for me, but I like the way my team turned out anyway. I like his team.
It just seems mid.
Like his team. I like
I'm a
the
hater.
bonds on his team, but just the synergies don't really for me personally. I feel like there's a lot more than
I'm sure, of course, Real will disagree, and I'm sure we're missing things. But yeah, not a fan personally. Not my kind of team. I love Real, but that
well, we're gonna have to see what
what was his first overall pick? First overall pick, Toad School. I'm sus. I'm sus. on
I'm
the
waiting
team.
for something to happen at this stage. But with two weeks after this team, I was like, when I saw C tier first, I was like, ain't no way man's done this. I missed it first, I was like, what the fuck? But yeah. I feel like that's all we really have to talk about with teams. Yeah. We're excited for this season. I feel like I have a lot of upsets with Terra types. I feel like anyone can win and anyone can lose at any given stage.
Yeah, it's gonna be so wild. Like we already saw our first game. It's like turn 1, bam, Terra, bam. Like it just changes the whole game completely. I think for the most part, certain Terra types on Pokemon can be predictable.
Like Steel for a lot of dragons.
Like the moment you start like prepping for that Terra type, and then they don't bring.
Someone's
that Terra
gonna
type,
bring,
it's
like Justin might bring Terra Steel Dragon 3 weeks in a row, and then on 4 week he might go fucking Poison. Or like something wild, like something wild, like stuff like that. It's difficult.
Yeah, like we were talking about, like you look at the matchup, like Talonflame, Sneasel, Rotom. We were talking about like Terra Rock. Like you could run so many different things.
You can't predict stuff like that realistically from your opponents. Like it's like there's gonna be some Terra types where it happens. Like you lose to something, all you can say is, "Well, how can I prep for that?" Like
that's my least favorite loss. It's like, all right, I prep for what they've been doing all year. I prep for good like strats against my team, and then they bring some dumb shit that I'm just not ready for.
I feel like
I feel like it's gonna happen all year.
every game.
I'm either gonna suck royally, or I'll be all right. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we shall see.
Just feel like overall this year is gonna be a mess. With people taking points off other people, like it's gonna be really competitive. Like just overall, it's gonna be all over the place. But
I'm here for it though. I'm excited.
I can't wait for it. I can't wait for the season to kick off. It's already kicked off, but I can't wait for the season to get in full flow. Can't wait to be joined by you and Justin every week or so. Who knows at this stage? No guarantees about you being on every podcast, but you know, we move. Yeah. Can't wait for it. Yeah.
I believe that is all we have.
So and thank you guys for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, Justin dipped early, so you gotta do the
Justin
the
dipped early
outro.
though. I don't even know how long ago it was, like maybe like 20 minutes ago or so. If anyone didn't notice, he's been suspiciously quiet. It's been pretty nice if you ask me. Yeah, look, it's been a pleasure setting up this league for you guys. Hook up with all this stuff, like 2 division stuff, was pretty fun. And it was me and you and Justin to some regard came up with a lot of the stuff in this league at the moment. And
I feel like what we came up with is like really gonna, like, it's gonna be a mess, but the league's gonna be so much more fun.
It's gonna be a mess, but it's gonna be a competitive mess. I don't think we're gonna see like someone going 9-1, or was it 8-1? I think top might be 6-3. Like it's
something like that. Like there'll be like a couple 6-3s, and someone will have like a better...
maybe 1 7-2 in a conference. Like there's gonna be people taking points off people left, right, and center. Middle who are like 4-5, 5-4 is gonna be a mess. People are gonna not make playoffs based on 1 kill, stuff like that, because of how competitive it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. And I'm here for it.
The fact that anyone can beat anyone is always good. always makes it more competitive. It's why, in football terms, Premier League's best league in the world because it's so competitive. But yeah, overall, I think we're just rambling on right now. Thank you guys for watching. Been an absolute pleasure, Kev. As always. See you next. But yeah,
As
thank you guys
always.
for watching, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.